Danelle, how are you checking in this morning? This afternoon, I keep saying morning.
Good afternoon, Vianney. I'm checking in very well, thank you. It is Monday, so we've been up and riding since early and in business and a lot happening, but very excited and grateful for being here. So thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. How has the day been for you? I know you already said it's a Monday. I hope it's
So
not too
it's
blue.
not too blue. It's just always a bit of a roller coaster.
Okay.
We never know what to expect. There's always clients with different needs and urgent medicals to attend to, and just things that needs to be resolved within the company and different employees that don't pitch up for work. Maybe there's illness or something, and then we have to strategically change things around
Yeah.
in business. But that's business, isn't it? So yeah, we had a couple of issues this morning that we had to resolve, but all in all, so yeah, good.
It's been a good Monday.
Yes.
When do you start your week? Does your week start on a Sunday or on a Monday?
I like to check my diary on the Sunday.
Okay.
Just to prepare myself mentally for the week. But I do start every morning with Bible study and then gym.
Okay.
You see? Yes.
Yeah.
Because I believe that exercise is therapy. So I hit the gym in the mornings at 5 o'clock just to get my mind ready for the day, and then I take on the day. So yeah, we get up actually at 4 o'clock in the morning every day.
Sure.
And then we start the morning, and then we take it on, take kids to school.
Ooh.
Yes. And
Very
then,
early.
Yes.
When do you sleep, by the way? Like, I ask this question because I sleep, I battle to wake up at 6. I honestly battle to wake up at 6.
But what time do you go to bed then?
Around 10.
So I always go to bed at 8.
At 8.
And then I wake up at 4.
Whew. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Makes sense.
Yes.
It
so
makes
I
sense.
just do it a bit earlier than you, but I can't keep my eyes open by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So then I can't help but want to sleep.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I need to also become a 5 a.m. club.
Yes. It's a good club.
It's
life-changing.
And start sleeping at 8.
Yes.
It's a bit, I feel like in the evening, that's when I become productive.
Oh.
So I tend to stay up until late. And then in the morning, that's where I have a battle with.
Yes, so I'm very productive at 5 o'clock in the morning. Or early in the morning. If you see my WhatsApps coming through, you'll see it happens at 6 o'clock. I'm like on it.
Yeah.
Then I'm awake and I'm happening and my brain's going, and then I start doing a lot of things. A lot of people say that they know when I'm awake because they start getting WhatsApps from me at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Yes, and they know they must put their phones on silence.
Yeah.
Like even Jock from the Chambers, he'll tell you our relationships for 4 o'clock in the morning. That's when we chat the most, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and that's when my creativity and productivity starts.
Yeah, that's when the day starts.
Yes.
Nice and early. Okay. Yes. Yesterday when we had a short chat, you mentioned that you are a strong believer.
Yes.
In the Lord.
Amen.
And you do, I'm just paraphrasing, you do everything you do it for Him.
Yes.
What does that mean for you? Like,
it's only been recently, to be honest, Vuyani, that I've really built my relationship with God. So I used to be a lukewarm Christian and just half foot in, half foot out type of vibes. And I got baptized last year on the 23rd of February, 2025.
Okay.
So that day was the day that I now said and admitted that Jesus is my Savior, is the only way to God, and that I will now live for Him and do everything according to His plans for me. So I do start my day with Bible study, and then I try and spend as much time possibly with God during the course of the day that I would actually make Him engage with everything that I do. So I would pray and ask Him for His guidance in any decision that I make, but I even do it now unconsciously. It's not like I physically go and pray, but now everything that I do that is around me and that I'm busy with, I know God is within me and that He's doing it with me, and it is to prosper me and for so I'm just in awe of what He's done in my life the last year, that I've invited Him in and made Him part of my daily routine and everything that I do. So yes, that's what it means for me. It's everything that I do, every challenge, every task that I take at hand is to make Him part of it.
For you, what triggered the change? I mean, what made you want to become a committed?
There's a couple of things that happened. One of the main things is it's normally people, right? So there was a friend that I got familiar with that I started to get to know better, and she had something that I wanted.
Okay.
And there was this thing about her, and that thing was Jesus. It was God. And I got so attracted to it. And I was like, I want
She
that
had
too.
the Jesus factor.
Yes. She was Godified. And we've known each other for years. She actually baked cakes for me, for my children's. And then we started gymming together. And I just wanted to spend more time with her. I wanted to be in her presence. And I wanted to learn from her. And then I realized, and I'm like, what is it that she's got that I want? And I realized it's Jesus. And then I was just like, I want that. How do I get it? Now I need to focus. I'm like, okay, Bible. I need to start spending more time in the Bible. I need to get to know God. So we grew up in Gereformeerd, which is like it's a church, Afrikaans church.
Okay.
Very straightforward, stand up straight.
Traditional.
Very traditional religion. And we learned a lot, and you learn a lot about the Bible, but I never experienced God or I had a relationship with Jesus then. I knew a lot of the Bible, and we were in church a lot, and I'm grateful for that, but I didn't experience Jesus in the way that I do now. So then I was just at a stage that I wanted more. There must be more in life than just doing the normal half in, half out, and I'm just loving the journey that I'm on now. So she was definitely part of it. And then I started going to different functions where there were speakers like Aletta Winkler. I went to one of her functions that she had at Delta Church in Vereniging. And she also said she's scared that she will miss out on something God's put on her path.
Okay.
I'm like, I want to feel that too. I also want to feel that. And I just started like changing my mindset and changing. And then I knew what I had to do. I had to build my own relationship. It's like going to gym. You can't go to gym. You have to build the muscle. So Sylvie always used that paraphrase. And she'll say, you have to work at it. It's the same as your relationship with God and your Bible. Spend time in the Bible. Get to know the Bible. I read an interesting thing that a woman wrote. I made a TikTok earlier on about it when I got here. But she said that as she grew older, she realized alcohol was not worth it, that exercise is therapy, that sleeping is wealth, that your health is freedom, and that the Bible is life. And that's why I am.
Okay. All right.
If that explains it.
Yeah, no, that sums it quite well.
Yeah.
And what when you look at your life today, both personally and professionally, how would you describe the season that you are in? I mean, what type of season are you in? Are you in the planting season? Are you in the harvest season? Are you in the, preparation season? How would you describe this season for you?
Sure, I think I've been in the preparation phase for a long time.
Okay.
I always now say that I think I was on the pottery wheel and God was just shaping me into becoming where I am now. So I think I'm harvesting at the moment because if I understand it correctly in my brain, I'm just like now like getting all the good stuff.
Okay.
And just enjoying it, because if you surrender completely to God, then you can actually enjoy life.
Yeah.
And that's when you can live life in abundance.
Yeah.
So I'm there. I'm completely there.
Yeah.
So I think if it makes sense, I'm at harvesting.
No, it does.
It
does.
If I understand it
I'm just
correctly.
thinking, I'm reflecting on the conversation we had before this set, about your business.
Yes.
And
yes, that too.
It then makes sense, but we'll come back to that a bit later. You are the chairperson of, the deputy chairperson of the Midvaal Chamber of Commerce. And apparently there's a story about how
it's an ironic story because we went my husband is into rugby, so he's a big rugby supporter and he played rugby himself, and there was a show that was on at the Barnyard, and I can't remember clearly, but it was Praat 'n Bietjie Bol, and it's Radio Raps was there, and Nick Mallet, I think if I say his name correctly, and they were having like a sitcom type of program on before the World Cup, I think, or something. But I bought tickets for my husband, not for me.
Okay.
But for my husband. So I went with my husband there, and there was just me. But I was there because we went on a date.
You were supporting him.
Yes, that's what I do, If you can't beat them, join them. So I took him there. And then Jock, the chairperson of the chambers, I haven't seen him for years, but I'm talking about years. So we used to work together at a law firm. And if I'm now talking correctly, that could have been 2007. 2008. We worked together at a law firm.
What were you doing?
So what I was doing there is I was just assisting the lady that did the title deeds registrations.
Okay.
So I was an assistant administrator. on the files. I assisted her with it.
Okay.
Jog actually got me that job too, ironically.
Okay.
So it's the short part of the story is I went to England overseas when I was 18. I turned 18 in January, and I flew over to England, and I worked there as a waitress, and had an amazing life. It's so easy to go by with a small salary in countries like that. And then I came back and I fell pregnant, and I had twins.
How long did you stay in England?
I was there for 2 years.
2 years.
So
okay.
we worked on 2-year working visas. A lot of us went that time. When I finished school, 2002, 2003, we went over on working holiday visas.
Okay.
It was amazing. So you could go over and you worked as a waitress, or a lot of people built their careers when they were there. They started small and they built it up. And if they like the weather, I can't deal. I love South African weather.
It's
so
cold.
I can't do the cold, rainy weather.
Yeah.
I'm not born for that. But we adapted and we had a good time and we worked very hard. And I came back and I fell pregnant, and I have twin boys that's 20 years old now.
Okay.
And they were a year and a half old when I was looking for a job to start my career, to start working in South Africa, because I stayed in Namibia for a while.
Okay.
And then
you stayed in Namibia?
Yes, after I stayed in England and Scotland.
You've got a lot of stories.
Yes, I do.
So when you finish your matric, you go to
England, Scotland,
and then,
England, and
okay.
Namibia. And then I came back to South Africa.
How long were you in Namibia?
A period of 2 years, maybe.
2 years again. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, then I came back to South Africa, and then I had to, it didn't work out between me and the father of the twins, and I had to start my own life again in South Africa. And my parents invited me back into the house, and I went to a function. I can't remember the function, and Jock was there, and I saw him it was just after school what I'm talking, because we were in the same school.
Okay.
And his wife and my friend, they're sisters. So yes, it's been coming for a while.
All right. Yeah, there's a lot of connections.
Yes. And then I was like, I just want a half-day job because I don't want to leave my kids the whole day at school. And I said that to him, and he's like, oh, actually, they need an administrator at the law firm that I'm working at. And I was like, okay, maybe I should give it a shot. So I went there and I started working a half-day job at the law firm. And I learned so much, because when we were in high school, we didn't get the opportunity to learn how to do computer skills, how to send emails. We didn't get that.
Back then, there was no computer studies.
My sons, when they finished high school, they were better at Excel than I ever thought I could be, because they got it in school, and I think it's amazing. But we didn't get those skills. So me being a waitress and then a massage therapist, that's the other side of the story, I never learned the actual formal emailing system, communication system professionally. And then I got that opportunity at the law firm, because I had to reply on emails and I had to work with files and clients, and it gave me that professional background, which I didn't have then. And then I started working with my dad, and besides that, Jock got me the position at the law firm. And then we went to I'm going to go back to the chambers thing, right?
The rugby.
So we went. So then I stopped working at the law firm, and I haven't seen Jock since so many years. I'm talking, I think it was probably 15 years that I didn't see him.
Okay.
And then we sat together next to each other at the table at Praat 'n Bietjie Bol for this rugby thing at the barnyard. And then he's like, so.
This is now in around
2 years ago.
2024.
Yes.
Okay.
Probably about March or. Yeah, because we registered, or we started the new launch for the new chambers in June or July, I think.
Okay.
I can never do that to remember all of that, but yeah. So we sat next to each other and we spoke and we caught up on all the law firm talks and the people working there. And then he's like, I saw you guys advertising that there's going to be a Midvaal Chambers of Commerce. It was in the newspaper and you were on the paper, but where is it? Why is it not there? And I'm like, you know what, Jock, there was a lot of people that was interested in doing it, and I'm not really getting feedback from the people. I've been asked again about it, and I don't know how to start a chambers. I don't know how to do it. I'm willing. I understand why we have to do it, but I can't do it myself. And then Jock's like, you know what? I'll help you. Let's do it together.
Just like that.
Just like that. At the barnyard, at Praat 'n Bietjie Bol,
Okay.
he decided to assist me to help start the new Midvaal Chambers of Commerce.
Okay. And what happened to the guys that you were supposed to start it with?
A lot of them said they were willing to advise us in how to do it, because it was previous chambers members and leadership. So they kind of said, they were willing to help us, but they don't really want it. They don't have time, or they're more like on pension. They're not really interested in going full blown into it again.
Yeah.
And then the other lady, one lady, she's still part of it. She kind of also stayed in, but she also didn't know the backbone of how to start it. She was also just one of the administrators at that time. So she had a bit of advice, but not much. And then, I can't even remember who the other people were, to be honest. But it was a meeting that the Midvaal municipality set up to encourage us to start the chambers. They invited some of the previous chambers members and businesses.
Okay.
And then they said, this is what they want to do. They want us to start it up again. And I was at that meeting. And then kind of nothing happened after that. And then Jock's like, okay, let me help you. And we started up. And it's been amazing. And
so when he saw it, he must have had an interest in the chamber.
Yes.
And
it's because he's so with it. Like, I don't know where did he see the article, but the fact that he saw the article and
he thought, let me ask about it when he saw you.
So into what's going on in Midvaal in Vereniging. So that's why I picked it up, and then he wanted to know. He was probably going to phone me at a stage and ask me, but then I was coincidentally sitting right next to him. There was 300 other people, but our seats were right next to each other that night.
Okay.
So we could catch up lekker, and then
you had
that's where we are now.
And then you finally got to start it. You see, it's a good thing that we got you, because he did not share this story.
I know. I love this story. I love sharing it because I want people to know where we started.
Yeah.
I want them to know that it's Jock, which is a passionate attorney from the Vaal, and I'm an entrepreneur from the Vaal, and that the municipality asked us, they need this, and that we were willing to stand up and do it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm proud to tell that story, because that's the way things work in the Vaal. Is if you just pick up on networking and connections that you can build up, and we stand together, this is what can happen. It's powerful.
Yes, definitely. At the inception of this, what was the thinking around who did you want to become a member of the chamber? I mean, was the chamber meant for businesses in town? Was it, what was the focus? Was it intending to be inclusive to those in the townships, those in the small holdings like your farmers, your small farmers? What was the idea around, or what was the history and the tradition of the chamber, as far as you know it?
Yeah. So I'm not too familiar with the history. So I'll just tell you what I've experienced and what my opinion is on it. So what I know from the municipality's point of view is that they want a chamber that they can go to that would be a reliable source for them to use as business for prospects that have to be done in Midvaal, but also for the Midvaal chambers to support the SMMEs and to support the smaller businesses, and then also give back to them. So like starting and helping them with businesses and helping them get opportunities and getting their stuff in place. So they want a collaborative type of chambers to assist everybody, but obviously we need the bigger stakeholders and financial support from them to also be able to then assist the smaller medium enterprises. So that's what I found. That is what the idea is with regards to the municipality and the chambers. But then previously, I really don't know what the previous one, as I understood, it was quite, I don't know. I actually don't know.
You don't? Okay.
Let me rather just be honest. I don't know.
Okay.
An honest politician.
All right. No. It's fine. Because that's one of the things that I ask myself to say, what is maybe that should be my next question. So what are you guys thinking? Do you want the chamber to be as inclusive as it can be for your township entrepreneurs, your farmers, because Midvaal it's big in farming, you know, there's a lot of small farmers in that area. Is the strategy to include these two communities to become part of this chamber? And if that is the case, what is the chamber doing to try and reach out to these two communities to bring them in?
So from a chamber's point of view, we work close with the municipality and all the training and resources that they provide to the smaller businesses. So we are able to provide additionally that communication between the Midvaal municipality and our members, if they were members. We have a lot of NPOs and NPCs on our books, and which are also cultivating farms. But since we have started, we haven't really planned out the whole structural plan towards what is it that we're going to tap in. But ideally, we want to be able to have more growth in Midvaal. So we want to support the businesses in the townships and the farmers. So if we all support each other, the municipality will grow and everybody else will grow, and there will be more work created. So that is definitely one of our ideals later. But as we started, we just also had so many things to put together as a chambers and put in place. So we are still going through the different phases of putting the chambers together. But we'll definitely, we want to uplift and empower all the direct people in our area. Yes, so that there's growth.
I think that would be great, because I would imagine if the request came from the municipality, the idea would have been for this chamber to be as inclusive as possible. I mean, and to be as far-reaching as the municipality is broad. Okay. I think that sort of makes sense. There's a big project happening in the Midvaal.
Yes.
The Soufflé Malt.
Yes, I was at the groundbreaking
ceremony.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the big things that is going to be happening in the next year or so in the Midvaal. What is the chamber doing to make sure that when construction starts there, and I'm not sure if the chamber should be the one running with this, but I hope you want to get involved in this project to that extent. But what is the chamber doing to ensure that when the construction of this project starts, the businesses that benefit are the local businesses? And even when the project has been is now running, has been commissioned and is in operation, how do you, as the chamber, intend to make sure that the local farmers who are in the Midvaal truly benefit from this? What is it that you are going to do? Do you have a strategy around that? Is it something that you're looking at to make sure that a project like this, I mean, 2 billion, almost, I think. It's a big chunk of money.
Yes.
And the worst thing that can happen is for a project like that to benefit everyone else except for the guys that are local.
Yeah.
So what is the chamber doing in order to try and make sure that the benefit is for locals?
I know that the communication is very big between the chambers and the municipality with regards to that. And I also see communication on email that they are using resources within Midvaal and within the Midvaal municipality. From the chamber's point of view, I don't know, we haven't completely gotten a plan how we will work together with them. But we have been part of the whole program, as we have been in communication with the people that has the developers, and I'm sure the communication will go through. I know the people that do plant the hops, it's specific grounds. So that I know they came physically and asked for farmers locally that are able to plant and assist them with the hops to plant that specifically. So I know they have. I was at their golf day, or the mayor's golf day. We were there, and they were there, and they were talking to everybody coming in and saying, guys, we need land. So if you have land and you can assist with this, then please do. So we have been going around, and everybody has been involved in trying to assist with local land. But I also understand that it's quite... it's not everybody that can grow hops and grow that. So from that side, I don't know if the farmers will necessarily be able, if we have a lot of farmers in our area that can assist with it and are familiar with it and will be assisting. But there are, as far as I know, because Midvaal worked so hard to get Soufflé to set it up there, that they will definitely make sure that the Midvaal municipality and the people within Midvaal will definitely benefit from it. I'm sure it will happen.
Yeah.
But we will, and thank you for mentioning it. I must definitely talk to Jock so we can have a meeting with them and just make sure that they do make use of Midvaal. But I've seen on a personal level, they did reach out to me as a business supplier in Midvaal for their medicals.
Okay.
So I know there must be a form of communication.
Yeah.
There.
I just think there's an opportunity there to play as the chamber that you can assist in ensuring that this project is for the Midvaal first.
Yes.
We're not saying don't include others, but priority must be given to the Midvaal SMMEs especially.
Yes, SMMEs.
And the chamber, I think it's a vehicle that has the opportunity to play a big part in that. So and I hope when you sit down and have a discussion about this, you can have measurable KPIs. I mean, you've got a list of businesses that are registered with the chamber.
Yes.
I think let's see tangible benefit, from those guys. In a year's time, they must come back and say, I was part of the Soufflé Malt Project, and I was able to, get an opportunity to, do groundwork or whatever, to offer my yellow machine. There's so many things that we can, benefit, that these local businesses can benefit from on the 2 billion. That is for the construction, and even post that, then we can continue to do that. So please have a look at that.
We will. I probably don't have the answer because that's more Jock's department. He probably would have had you a clear answer and actually gave you facts on it because I'm sure there is something in place, but I'm just not aware of it.
I was sleeping when Jack was here.
You're going to have to call him back.
Yeah, no, I think but in a year's time, maybe we need to get you back to come and talk about that, amazing. And say, this is what we've done, post the podcast or the project
I think
itself.
That's great.
And because in an actual fact, for us to be able to have meaningful impact, we need to look at things from that perspective. That's just I
agree with you.
My thinking.
I'm excited to come back.
Yeah, no, we're definitely going to have you back. And one of the things that I know there's a lot of whispering about is that you are considering going into politics.
Yes.
Within the Midvaal. Yeah. Can we talk about that? Is it something that it's exciting for you? Is it something that is scary for you? Is it something that is baffling you when you think about it and you're like, how do I end up?
So in the beginning, when this process started, I was very unfamiliar with it and I felt lost and I didn't actually know what I'm getting myself into. But then I just said to myself, I actually did ask God and ask him to close the door if it must be closed. If you want me to do this, then and the door stays open, then I'll do it wholeheartedly. But otherwise, close the door because I don't know what I'm letting myself in for. And I started going to the caucus meetings and I started educating myself and learning more about what it means, the constituency within Midvaal.
Yes.
And becoming part of the caucus and the becoming an aspirant DA councillor. So that is what I am at the moment. I'm an aspirant councillor. So I'm going through the process to go to elections, which would hopefully be in August or September. So I did my first exam. Did I ever think I'll write an exam in politics?
So you write an exam?
You write an exam.
Can you fail?
You can fail. I think 30%, you have to have 30% or 35%, yes.
Okay.
It's an open book, but they really ask the questions in an open book format. So like they ask the question like you don't even know what they're asking, especially me. I had to read the questions 3 times just to understand the question. So we've been having training by an amazing lady called Linda and some of the other councillors within our caucus. And we're very grateful for that, because if it wasn't people like that explaining it to you one-on-one, what does it mean, then I would still not maybe have known everything. The training helped exceptionally. So for me, going into my exams, I wrote some of the, and I'm like, oh, Linda taught me that. Linda taught me that. What is it? What's the answer? So I learned so much how it works. But I never saw myself to be a politician or to be in politics. I just actually want, there's two things. One thing is, Philip Gomez said, he's not into politics for the sake of politics. He's into politics because he wants a functioning country for him and his children to live in. That's what he's there for.
Yeah.
And I was like, I also just want a functioning country.
To be quite honest with you, I think I shared with you offset that I also didn't want to do politics on this podcast.
Yeah, no.
But I think it's a mistake that a lot of us make to not want to get involved in politics and think it's a dirty game. At the end of the day, I think politics run the country.
It's important.
It's important for all of us.
So then my other thing was, somebody said, and it comes back to if you have to stand in front of God one day and he asked you, I gave you all these talents. What did you do with them? Did you just sit in your comfort zone at home and think maybe one day, or nah? So I'd rather use the talents that he gave me, which is leadership, and which is to be able to stand up and have a voice of influence and people wanting to listen to me and make an impact with it. And to stand the grounds that I am, because I'm a Christian, I'm a woman of faith. I believe in God first of all. But then now I want to stand up and want to fight for a country that can work for everybody. With who I am and within the DA. And that's where I am. And I never thought I'll say this. That's why I said to you earlier on, I went from pageantry to preaching. Now I'm going to politics. And I didn't know that what God's plan was for me, but that's where I'm going. And if I'll ever get into real politics, I don't know. But for now, I want Midvaal to stay the way it is. And if I'm a recognized person in Midvaal and I'm standing up for what is right and for what is working, I want to fight for that. And that's why I'm there. I don't want my children to leave the country one day, because what am I going to tell them? They all leave the country, but what did you do to help for change? Did you do anything? You have a talent of leadership, you're an influencer, but you're not willing to stand up and say anything. And I would like to say that I tried.
Yeah, I think it's very important, and I truly commend you for that.
It's very brave.
I support that. I think we need to also get and recruit from outside, the political circle, to get a different perspective, to get people that are coming from the private sector with a different view of things, to bring in their contributions, to bring in their inputs. Because sometimes when you spend too much time in a space, it becomes so familiar that you don't see some of the pitfalls, you don't see some of the mistakes. But when you bring perspectives from outside, it's always...
So one of the things that we got training on, and we still have to go for our interviews, that we have to stand in front of a panel, and then we're going to have to sell yourself while you're there. And they give you a 2-minute preparation for a 2-minute speech on a subject. And then they also give you questions. And one of there's 5 questions that they'll ask you on different topics. And one of the topics are you fit for purpose? And when the lady asked Linda, which was giving us training, Councillor Linda, she said, they can ask you, are you fit for purpose? And I'm like thinking, I did this outreach in Ward 11, and I handed out, I got a donation, and I handed out with Rafilu Texera, we handed out blankets for the elderly. And I thought that was fit for purpose. I felt good there. It felt so good what I did. And I had an interaction with youth as well. DA youth also in Ward 11, and I really felt fit for purpose. I felt comfortable there.
For my sake and the sake of the those watching, which ward is what 11?
Ward 11 is Savannah City.
Savannah City.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Ward 9 is the one that I'm the aspirant councillor for, and that's in the in municipality area within Midvaal. That's the actual CBD.
Yes,
that's where I'm standing.
Okay,
I also stay there. My business is also there, so it's very appropriate. And so And then she said, no. She said, I was thinking all of that. I was trying to think, what does it mean fit for purpose to be a counselor? And then I was thinking myself in the ward, in amongst the people. And she said to me, but Danelle, you're part of the Chambers of Commerce. I'm like, yes. And she goes, well, that makes you fit for purpose because you're within a community, a commerce or a council that you are part of.
Yes.
That's in the community, that's in business. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Then I've got this, I'm now vice chairperson. I don't know why. Like, I became the vice chairperson through the barnyard. But anyway, so yes, and then I'm like, okay. And then I got in the car and I said to my husband, which should be the one going for the council position because he's very good with politics and he's a great leader. But he's also my biggest supporter. So So then I said to him, so like, babe, do you think I'm fit for purpose to be a counselor? And he's like, yes. I'm like, why? And he goes, no, because you're the vice chairperson of Business Chambers of Commerce. You, the vice chairperson of
something
the
that you completely missed.
SGB. I'm part of the schools, SGB. You have your own NPC. You have your own business within Mayerton. And you're a well-known person in the community. I'm like, oh, that makes me fit for purpose. And that's why one of my friends says it looks like it was a natural process for me to go into this, even though I honestly, the Midvaal Chambers of Commerce, the municipality came to us and says, please, we need this. And I was willing to stand up. The school came to me and they said they needed young female women, young people back in the SGB. Would you stand up? And I'm like, got no idea what a SGB does. But okay, I'll come and support you. And I did it. And ironically, then I started learning about politics because the school is also in government. So you learn all the different things, how government works within a school platform and then within the chambers and starting my NPO and having my own business. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I think I'm fit for purpose.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree. I think you're fit for purpose. I know that you play a role in so many structures.
It won't make me the best politician, and I would probably never be that. And I won't have all the knowledge that I need for politics itself. But I think the passion and the drive that comes with it, and standing up for what is right, and standing firm and standing up, I think that's important.
Yeah, I don't know if it won't make you the best politician. Because, I mean, the definition of what makes a person a good politician might vary,
It does. No, it does.
I think sometimes people that are not exposed to politics actually can do a better job.
Probably.
Because,
well, that's me.
So don't write yourself out, please.
Thank you.
Off, please. But yeah, no, I think, so what is going to be the next process?
So now I'm still busy with my own campaigning, if you want to call it that, because I need to work on a point system. So I still need to work on DA4s, what they call, and getting memberships. And then we work on a point structure for that. And then we have an interview, and that also comes together. So with your exam, your interview, and the point system on your campaigning, you then, if you score enough points, then you go through and you become a councillor. But then your photo goes onto the poll, hey?
Okay.
You know? I never in my life thought my photo would, I gaan op die poll hang nie. I never thought so. So we're joking about it, but it's not there yet.
Your face will be flying around the Midvaal.
Maybe. So that would be then the next step, and then your ward will vote for you. And then if you are elected, then you'll go through and be a councillor. So and now I'm excited for it. Now that I've been building on the process and I learned more about it, and like now I'm getting ready for it, and I'm getting like. And it was strange how people would, even previously, years ago, even before I was even attempting to do this, they will send me in WhatsApp, why is the power off in Golf Park? And I'm like, I will find out for you. And I'm like, why do you ask me?
So it's almost like it was a preparation season that you were going through unaware. Okay, all right. And if you get elected, so you will, there's election that's going to happen.
Yes.
If you get elected, I mean, what do you think is the main things that you want to focus on, especially for Ward 9, where you will be standing?
I haven't thought that far. I'm like, if it happens, person. Like I don't count my chickens before they hatch.
Okay.
So I really haven't put a lot of thought into what will happen then. I think I will put out a strategic plan and put things together that I would want to happen. Something that's really on my heart is to uplift the parks, the one specifically in Mayerton Park. So it's a project that Reginald, the current MMC of Engineering, Reginald Hubbard, started. We are still looking for funds, but we want to make the parks like very nice.
Okay.
The problem is they stole the fence off. In Mayerton Park, the one that you get when you turn into Meyer Street off the highway on the left-hand side. There's still kids that play soccer there, and they've got soccer matches and stuff, but they stole the fence just as they put it up. And it was so heartbreaking. The mayor actually made a post that he said, how can you do this? Something that's been given to the community.
Yeah.
And within days, it gets,
vandalized or taken. I mean, it's the same thing that happened with a bridge, where the Apollo lights were stripped off and taken, in a few days or weeks after being installed.
So with we would want to uplift the two parks, the one in Noldik and the one in Mayerton Park, for the children to have a place that they can go to play soccer. We want to put up different things, even if it's possible, a small training facility to give them training, computer skills, to do things to uplift the community. I always think if we can uplift the youth, then we'll have a stronger future within the country. So we would love to do that, and then we would love to uplift the CBD within Mayerton. Like the mayor would say, just the paint job will be a good start. Some of these shops, can they if they just paint, and then it can look better. And so there will be a lot of plans, and we will work together as a team. I won't necessarily be by myself either, but I'm really like, I don't look too much into the future. When I get there, then I'll plan on that and focus on it. I don't want to, count my chickens before they hatch.
Okay. But the nice thing, I think, about working in a municipality like the Midvaal is that it's a functional municipality.
That's correct.
And there's so many things that are happening, right? That
and supported.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it makes things a lot more easier.
We are very grateful.
You. Yeah. Yes. But good luck with that.
Thank you very much.
Let's hope.
I'll send you a picture of him on the pole. You'll see it in Mayerton.
Definitely. That's what I wanted to say. Let's hope in a few months' time we'll be seeing your cut boxes flying around with your face on. I want us to go into Mpilo. Go more into the entrepreneur space, because I know you've been in this space for so long.
Yes.
Take us through that. I mean, how did you
get into the industry?
Yeah, get into the industry. What inspired you to go into the health space?
Yeah, it's to be honest, I never really had a vision for myself when I grew up. I don't know what did you want to become when you were a little boy? Did you know?
You know what I remember when I was 12, 13? I saw myself as a thug.
A thug?
I'm telling you.
What is that in Afrikaans?
It's like a tsotsi.
Where?
I'm telling you. And people really get surprised. And I don't know what gave that idea, but I really thought, actually, maybe it was also at a time when we were exposed to so many TV programs that were sort of almost glorifying the lifestyle. And as a child, when you see that, you tend to want to become that.
Sure.
But I also grew up as a as a naughty child.
Okay.
So I was not one of those kids that I would be, or I would hear people say, you could become a president, or So I guess that's what
it wasn't spoken over.
Yeah, that's what made me think I'm probably gonna, steal cars.
Okay.
Or I'm a stoter.
Hi.
I think that's
interesting.
Yeah. If it makes sense.
I understand. So I was never the one that wanted to become an aerostess or a doctor, I never had a vision for myself. I did remember saying, when you had to say something, I don't know which year of my life, that I wanted my own business in Johannesburg. That's all I remember. That's where I was.
Okay.
So it was never something specific in my brain. I started my first, so with coming back to working at the law firm with Jock, and then my dad was selling custom-made hearing protection for the Ear Institute in Pretoria. So my dad is an acoustician. I think it's quite a big word. They fit hearing aids.
Okay.
So they help people hear. And they had a product that I sold for my dad, which is called noise bands. So you put it in your ear, and then it takes out the heavy noise from you, so that you can't get any noise-induced hearing loss. And then, but it's custom made per person, and then it's got a filter in, so you can still communicate. So it's a great product, but it's quite expensive. So I did marketing, I did rep work for him, selling that after I left the law firm. And then I saw there's a market for hearing tests for the industry because it's illegal, it's compulsory.
Yeah.
And then I went to my dad. I said, I know there's a market for hearing tests to be done on site at the factories because the people are exposed to excessive noise. And he goes, he knows that because he does all the hearing aids for the deaf people, basically. And it's always comes from the environment.
The mind, yes.
And so he says he also knew there's a market. He doesn't have the time to do it because it's different to what they do, obviously. And then I was like, okay, let me give it a shot. I've got nothing to lose. I did the course for audiometry to do hearing tests. And I bought, my dad gave me a loan to buy a caravan, my first caravan, which had a sound booth in. And I bought the audiometer and the booth, and I did the course. And now I can do hearing tests. So then my dad also only bought, within the loan, we bought a Honda Civic. My husband called it the Purple Turtle, one of the old hatchback ones. I mean, I think it was a 2000 model then. And I hooked the trailer and I went to site and I did hearing tests for the factories. Through the marketing and rep work that I did for the noise bands, it was the same clientele that would need hearing tests.
The hearing test.
And then I started doing hearing tests on site, and then the people said, no, they need more than that. They need full medical examinations. They need the extra threes. They need this. And then as I got jobs, which was very scarce, like I can't explain to you how we started off with, I was lucky to get 30 hearing tests a month.
Yeah.
Or just something, one site, two sites a month. But then I would get an occupational nurse in, if it was full medicals, to come and help me on the day, and we would do the full medicals, and I'll do the hearing test and the lung test, and she will do the rest of the examinations.
Was that because by then these factories were not paying attention to their health and safety?
Yes.
Or was it?
So it's a combination. So then, I still remember this so clearly.
Okay.
I had to get, so at that stage, there was very limited amount of people that did it on sites. So all the bigger hospitals did it, like Netcare and Life. They have an occupational side to the industry. But there wasn't a lot of the smaller companies that did small amount of companies, like companies with 20 people, company with 30 people.
Yes.
They wouldn't go to those people because it wasn't cost effective for them as a big corporate to go to smaller companies. And that's when and then you couldn't go online and Google costs. How much does it cost to do medicals, or go get prices of other people's websites, because it didn't exist. I'm talking about 17 years ago. You didn't just go online and get all the information you wanted. We still had to have it hard when we started businesses. We didn't have ChatGPT that will just analyze the whole business for us. We had to physically go and get quotes, wait for the email response, get the pricing together, see how you can do it. And then I started it as a small... just small. And I started going out to the smaller companies that the bigger corporates didn't want to go to. And I started building up my clientele. And then I opened my Alberton branch, and I rented there for 10 years before I bought property in Alberton. And then I now recently bought our property in Meyerton, and I started the Meyerton branch. And we've got 3 mobile units that we now take to sites to do medicals.
So how many branches do you have?
2.
You have 2 now.
Yes. And we are striving to open one in Cape Town as well.
Ooh.
We are working towards that.
Okay.
We have started, and we had a couple of clients that side, but the running cost was a bit high to operate from there. So hopefully in the future we'll start up Cape Town again. But for now, Alberton is running fully, and then Meyerton. And then maintenance picking up like you cannot believe. And that just shows you the good economic growth within Midvaal.
Yeah.
Because that's where I could pick up that it's going well, is when we are doing a lot of medicals, because the people are busy and there's work being done. And I'm very grateful for that. And then, like I said, we have 3 mobile units that we go and we take to different sites nationwide, that we do medicals on the sites for the client.
How has the journey been? I mean, when you look back,
that's tough, guys. Let's be honest. You don't. Like I said earlier on, you don't announce that you've got a business if it's 5 years old. You just wait till it's 10 years old, and then you can say, okay, now I'm in business.
It can easily go under.
It can go under. It can go south. It can go west. You don't really know. I think it takes 10 years to say that you've built up a business, and it's hard. And especially if you rely on people, on staff, it's not always easy. I've had a lot of staff under me, and I've had staff that's been with me for years.
Yeah.
And then there's people that's come and gone. But I'm grateful for everything, and it's been a growing process. But it's not easy. There is months that you don't take a salary because you have to pay everybody else. And yes, and it's been like that. And in general, if I look at the business now, looking back, then I'm just grateful for the growth that we've had. And it's all about good customer service and being open to the customer, good communication skills, and delivering at the end of the day. So I've always strived in that, and I've tried to teach my employees that our first thing is communication. With me and you, I want to know what's going on. And with me and the clients, we have to communicate. We have to know, be on the same page, and everybody will be happy. So it's been a journey. It's been hard, but I'm grateful, and it gives me the opportunity now to start doing other things and going into other challenges and industries like I am now. I've got a great team behind me, so I am able to take on a counselor position, and because I am in the area, I'm staying there, and also to give my part back then within my community now as well, and to be part of the chambers and be part of the empowerment that we're going to do that side.
How has that transition been? I mean, where now the business is getting to a point where it's able to sort of run without you.
Yes.
Because I think we're also going through a similar patch where now people actually know what to do without us being there.
Yes.
But the mindset still says the boss has to be here.
Yes.
You know, if I may borrow the word, the boss, I don't like it. But how has that been for you? I mean, what have you seen? Because I've learned a lot of things from this period. How has that one been for you? Transitioning from a business that needs you every day to a business that now can run without you, but people don't understand that.
It was very hard for me. From in the beginning, it was really hard to let go of a couple of things, just to not have control over it completely anymore. Was for me a hard transition. But people don't understand that I now work from my phone.
Yeah.
I'm constantly in communication with my staff, and I know exactly what's going on in the business, but I'm sitting here with you now.
Yes.
So I don't know if a lot of people probably would never really grasp it, but this takes years to get to a position like this.
And would you say it's the technology that has enabled that,
Definitely.
or it's the systems that you've been able to implement, or a bit of both?
It's a combination.
It's a combination.
Yeah. I think technology, a huge advantage. Like I said, when I started the business, we barely had anything. You couldn't have Wi-Fi. You didn't have, you really struggled to communicate. When now it's so easy to know exactly what's going on. You track your people on the phone to know where they are at if you need to, or if there's anything happening. I think the technology and the programs and software and stuff that we can use now in our workspace really contributes to way more successful running of the business and making it easier. So yeah, definitely.
Did you at any point think, I'm probably going to close this thing?
My first so the first site I had, the night I went back home, I was still staying with my parents.
Okay.
And I said, I'm not going back. I'm done.
Sure.
And then I went to my now
What
husband.
happened? What happened that day? What
I
happened
had
that made
no
you?
idea what I was doing. Like I went into this thing, I did the courses, I knew how the stuff worked. I had to give a service and I was clueless. I was taking long, I was struggling with the programs. Everything felt like it's going to, I couldn't handle the pressure. It was just too much. And I was like, I'm leaving the caravan there. I'm not going to fetch it. I'm done. That's me. Tried it, it didn't work. And now it's 17 years later. So it takes a lot of perseverance to run your own business.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did have a lot of support. And definitely from my dad being he's like a business coach for me.
Yeah.
And he definitely also has taken chances. You'll never succeed at the first business that you attempt. You're going to take a couple of hiccups and no's in your face to actually succeed at the end of the day. And the same with this business. Growing it, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes people just leave you as a client, as a service provider for 10 rand less. And then you're like, I've been giving you good service. Why would you leave? And then like, well, they're saving 10 rand. I'm like, okay, see you next year. So you think you have it all and then things just change. You can never really rely on anything. But I've really had very good leadership and people that's helped me while I was growing this business. I really had good clients that supported me and that also guided me and pushing me to grow. So it's been a journey all in all that I'm very grateful for, and that I've had a lot of patience and endurance and just keep your head up and just keep on going. I think that's the most important part. Don't let a no in your face make you want to close the door or feel like you can't do this. There's so many opportunities out there. So
what has been the biggest area of difficulty for you in business? I mean, there's people, there's information, there's equipment, or what area would you say has been the most difficult for you to
I honestly think staff. At the end of the day, through my growing in the business, I've struggled with I've had great staff and I still do, don't get me wrong. But for me to grow in business, I need reliable staff. I can't provide a service if I don't have people that I trust to do the job and to do it wholeheartedly, correctly and punctually and all of that. So I've had a bit of trouble having to grow the business, to have reliable staff and to know that I will have staff to grow. Now I'm kind of there financially as well, like I said to you, you do a client for 4 years, you depend September month, you're going to do those 150 medicals and then you send your quote and you don't hear anything back. And you send it again and you phone them and they're like, oh, sorry, we used somebody else last week. And you're like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Why? So, and then that puts you back because you put it as part of your planning for the year but if you want loyalty, you buy a dog.
Yeah. In business, I think people always...
So, and I've been trying to work at it and give good service, but at the end of the day, I'm just a service provider. And it depends on the people. So the other problem is, yes, staff is one thing. The other thing is the people changing within the company. So you build up a relationship with a safety officer or check manager in the company. Great. And then next year is gone. Now you have to rebuild your relationship. Why must they use you? They're going to use the chomi that they used to use.
Where they coming from.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, which is great also because it's a relationship. It's all about relationships. And that's also a problem in our industry.
Yeah.
But you win some and you lose some,
You win some, you lose some.
And you get a lot of them back.
Yes. But I think with years, it gets better.
It does.
It gets better.
It really gets better. And we are growing. I have to employ somebody else again. So I'm grateful that we are growing and expanding. And if the Cape Town branch, I wish I can plant myself there. That's now the problem. I started this business from nothing. And if I can go to Cape Town and start Cape Town up from myself, put the passion that I've got for my business there. And that would be amazing, but I can't. I've got 4 children. Yeah. I can't leave my family. I did travel up and down a couple of times to go and start it up. And I had a reliable girl that worked there for me as well. And then things didn't work out and it was just not worth it for us to stay. stay there, but nothing says we can't go back.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, why that far? I mean, why would
There's a lot of growth in Cape Town for our
Okay.
industry, and a lot of potential.
Okay.
So and I did pick that up when I was there. We did marketing, and there was a big need more, because I think it's because also it's growing so much.
Yeah.
In the industry, in building and construction and everything that side. So there's definitely a big scope.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
No,
Now
but it is far.
we're sticking with you.
Thank you.
We're sticking with you. I
I'm so
mean,
glad.
we've used you, I think, for just over 2 years now or so, and we're happy with the service.
Thank you.
There's not been any complaints. So
Thank you very much. Always
yeah,
good to hear.
but I think it's really interesting that now you've reached a stage where you can sort of start something remotely and also have whatever that you're running this site run on its own.
Yes.
Without you having to be there every day.
I'm very grateful.
I think it's a nice stage to reach as an entrepreneur. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Where do you see, yourself in the next 5 years? What do you want to achieve personally, professionally, and otherwise?
I've never been a person that set goals. You would think that I'm a goal setter, but I'm not.
Okay.
I don't. And it's something that I thought to myself, I must start putting. They say they teach you, right? Put your plans, 2-year plan, 4-year plan. I've never had a plan. I've really just been going through the stages.
Yeah. You take them as they come.
Yes, but I did say that I wanted to buy property for the business, or to be able to get the business established within Midvaal, and we've accomplished that. So I would like to see myself as a successful councillor for the Midvaal, for the DA, in the future. And then I would love to partner and maybe open another branch for Mpilo in Pretoria.
Okay.
If I'll do it by myself, I don't think so. But I would like to do it in partnership with somebody, potentially.
Okay. And what are you looking for in that partner?
Well,
is there specifics that you would want to?
It would be somebody that's already kind of have a network within the industry.
Okay.
For example, like I've actually coincidentally this week spoke to a lady that does training, health and safety training in Pretoria, and she sees that there's a need for another need. Well, there's a lot of people that do it in Pretoria, but that she actually considered opening a clinic to assist her clients with their medicals that come for training.
Okay.
Check training, like your first aid training.
Yes.
So it's just, and I've been looking at it, but for me, it's also I'm very skeptical to go in partnerships and go into business. But and then I thought about last year as well, that it could be something that I'll consider, opening another branch for that matter then. And then, I love being a motivational speaker. I love uplifting people. I would love to get more involved in that. And then, save one more soul.
Yeah.
For Jesus.
One thing I like about you is I think you are very explorative in how, because I mean, at some point you did modeling.
Yes. So I did Mrs. South Africa in 2017. So we joke. And then the councillors will say, "Oh, the interview is so hard when it comes to this interviews for the interview panel for the DA. When you go now for your interview as an aspirant or any councillor." I'm like, you know what? If you've stood at the Mrs. South Africa panel and you had to do that, and you had to walk in a bikini, and you had to sell yourself, and you had to go and get sponsorships and do all these things, I'm like, no, it's okay.
This is
fine.
Nothing. You've seen it.
So I'm grateful for that. I learned a lot then. And then I did Star Started, which is a reality program. It's still airing. I did season 2.
Repeat that slow.
Star Starters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Star Starters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So it was her concept was amazing. She brought together so that you can learn different aspects of the industry. So we did challenges in presenting, challenges in casting, when you cast for an advert. We even did a challenge in modeling, a ramp walking, and then you got scored on all the challenges that you did. And then at the end of the day, the girl that scored the highest point, she became the presenter of the next season on the TV show, because she was in the ultimate best in all of it. And I was the runner-up.
Okay.
Which made me the co-presenter for the season, and I was also the debutant winner, charity winner. That's where I always fall into. And then so then I was working on sets, and it was just awesome. And then I entered Mrs. Grand South Africa,
Okay.
and there I was first princess. And that's when I started my NPC as well. That's when I wanted to have a platform that I can bring the community and the corporate sector together. So where there is money to be given by corporates, to give it back to the community. And that's when I started Adube Foundation, which is zebra in Zulu. I don't know, what is Adube?
Idube. Dube.
Dube.
Yes. Okay.
It's Adube in Zulu, I think. I'm
Yeah.
talking under correction.
Yes.
Which is zebra, and it's black and white as one for me. That's and I love it, and that's what I'm bringing together is community and corporate. And we've been very blessed, and we've been doing amazing work through Adube. And
Idube.
Idube.
I know it's written like it's an iPhone.
But it's Idube. It's
E.
like an iPhone.
It's like
Idube. I must say Idube.
Yes.
Yes. And you know how I come with that name? How did I come about calling it Idube?
Okay.
Was I had a client called Idube Constructions.
Okay.
And the guy was sitting with me, and I had to now register an NPC, and I wanted to start and I didn't know what to call the NPC, and I didn't want to go Ubuntu and all the normal ones. I wanted something different. And then he sat with me and we did his medical. I'm like, but what does Idube stand for? And he's like, it's zebra. And I'm like, oh, I love zebras and I love the black and white. And I went with the zebra theme and we started Idube, and we've been doing amazing work. We did a program with Midvaal from Like Mind. Yes. And we did a Becoming Her program with 20 girls that we empowered them to know what they want to become one day. So that they can be put in the right direction when it comes to training and stuff like that. So it's also been a journey, and I'm very excited about it. So yes, it's also been.
And what is the main focus of the NPC?
It's getting funding from corporates and then putting it back into the community. So it's also events in a sense, because we create the event through Idube to gain money either, or to then give back. So for instance, I have had companies that had to donate money for BBEE contributions, and then I would take that money and we went and we bought the blankets, and we gave it to the elderly in Ward 11. And we also with that money set up a Wendy house that they can use as a food kitchen as well. So for me, it's being able to get donations where it has to be given in a sense, and then doing something with it, where the client would like it to be used, but being that person between the corporate and the community. And then also to host events, because I love doing events, raising funds and then giving it back as well. So we use Adube for that too. Idube. Something today.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No, I think it's a great work that you're doing, Danelle. And thank you very much for not shying away from participation.
Yes.
I think a lot of us want to sit back and watch or complain at the back. And I'm glad that you chose to participate. You said, I don't want to sit back. I want to be a participant. And I mean, hopefully that has prepared you for bigger things, both in the Midvaal and in any other place that you will want to go to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you for
it was a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you.